Ms. Tina, call roll, please.
Dr. McMorris.
Here.
Mr. Cecil Harris.
Here.
Ms. Stacy Robinson.
Here.
Ms. Brad Shaw.
Here.
All right, we're going to skip down to through 2, 3, and 4. We'll come back to those at the end of this meeting instead of the beginning. Huh? What?
Call roll.
She did. Call and roll again?
You're good.
Okay. All right. So we're going to skip through 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to go straight to number 5.
Good evening, Mr. Link, Mr. Purvis, and Dr. McMorris, members of the board. I'm Mr. Viola with the Office of Risk Management, and I would like to request for the board's consideration renewal of some cooperative endeavor agreements. I'm going to kind of cover them. The School Resource Officers, Denham Springs, for the board's consideration, we are requesting renewal of our annual agreement commencing on July 1. This cooperative endeavor outlines the Denham Springs Police Department and their physical presence of officers at the schools in the city of Denham Springs. The current cost is $81,733.50 for 2 officers. There are no changes to the current agreement. We request renewal.
All right. Do we have a motion to adopt the renewal of the School Resource Officer Cooperative Endeavor Agreement with Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and the CEA with the City of Denham Springs?
Mr. McMorris, I think we can do both of those together as one item, so he'll present the
Oh, you want me to do the Livingston Sheriff's Office as well?
It's one motion.
Okay.
Also for the board's consideration, we're requesting renewal of our annual agreement commencing on July 1. This cooperative endeavor outlines the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and their physical presence of sheriff's deputies at our schools in the parish. The current cost is $467,500 for 11 deputies. There are no changes to the agreement.
Okay. So, any conversation on what you just said? All right. So, do we have a motion to adopt both the renewal of the School Resource Officer CEA with Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and the CEA with the Denham Springs, as well as a motion to, in the same motion, to adopt the renewal of Security Officer Detail Program with the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office?
Make a motion to accept both items.
We have a motion from Mr. Cecil and a second from Mr. Bradley Sharp. Those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? The motion carries.
Dr. McMorris, if I could have just a second. Sheriff Hart, we appreciate the partnership with y'all. We appreciate the partnership with Denham Springs PD as well. The SRO program is a strong program. The officers that you provide for us, we couldn't ask for better, and it would be hard for us to function without those officers. So we appreciate that. I know Mr. Goldman has a big part in that as well, and that is a huge thing for our school. So we appreciate that.
I want to echo the same thing. I mean, you go by a school campus and you see several vehicles around all day long, so I appreciate that.
Not just that, it's the pride these officers have in being there as well. You know, being able to discuss safety concerns, security concerns. I mean, they're not just there to make a paycheck. The guys that you put in my area for sure have, I mean, they absolutely love what they do, and they take pride in what they're doing. So I know everyone in my area appreciates this program. All right.
I want to say one thing too. The rapport they have with the students is really great. The students love seeing that SRO at school, and
Well, understand it's a joint effort. You guys do the same thing. So, I mean, if we couldn't work together, it wouldn't work. I said it from here, and you would make me go to the mic again like you did last time.
He can echo it for you.
But I appreciate the working relationship. You always stand up and all in there as a great partner. So thank you.
Any more discussion? All right. So we've had the vote. On to number 7. Discussion and action for renewal of Crossing Guard Program Cooperative Endeavor Agreement with Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office.
You want to do,
We did 5 and 6 together.
6 is a separate item.
No, sir, we
We just did
did,
5 and
we
7.
did
We did 5,
Five.
we need to do 6.
5, A and B is kind of how I had it.
I thought you said we were putting 5 and 6 together.
There was, yeah,
My bad, I go by numbers.
Okay.
So we need to redo the vote then, so it's public, whatever we're voting for, right?
no, well, the vote was correct. We just need to go to item 6.
Item 6. Okay, we're going to go to item 6.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm tracking with you. So for the board's consideration, this is our school safety program, our security office details. We are requesting renewal of our annual agreement commencing on July 1. This cooperative endeavor outlines our school safety officers' security detail. This is a partnership with the sheriff's office. And the sheriff's office has worked several thousand school assignments, over 3,500 assignments across the parish, nearly 30,000 hours providing perimeter security to our schools. The sheriff's office contributes 60%. The school board picks up the remaining 40% of the cost. The officer's rate is $40 per hour. We currently staff 22 slots. And these officers rotate around the parish with emphasis on schools that are more remote. There are no changes to the agreement.
Okay.
We're requesting renewal. Please.
Do we have a motion to adopt the renewal of Security Officer Detail Program, CEA, with Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office? Mr. Bradley Sharp makes a motion. Mr. Cecil seconds it. Sorry, Ms. Stacy, I saw you. I was going down. All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
Any opposed? All right.
Well, real quick, I just want to say one more thing on this part. On the security detail, Sheriff Ard, this is, once again, a program that helps us function. It gives me peace for sure when, and Mr. Martin has a huge part in this, when we can reach out, when we know we hear of an issue or there's something brewing in a community, and we can reach out and speak to these individuals, and their presence is on campus. They're immediately there, and they're there throughout the duration of the day. It's not just somebody stopping by. That is huge for us, and you know, we could go into specific detail after detail of all of the things that this has helped us with, actual details of incidents, but we won't do that. But my point is, this truly helps the safety of our kids, and we appreciate that. Another portion of this goes to our truancy program, and we have really worked on truancy here in the district this year, and these officers have helped tremendously with that as well. So this is something that really benefits our kids. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. There's numerous events that we just couldn't begin to cover the number of events that have been prevented because of the officers present. So it's been huge. And that's just what I've been able to read in a short amount of time. So the next item for the board's consideration is the crossing guard. I believe it's number 7. We are requesting renewal of our annual agreement, again, commencing on July 1. This cooperative endeavor outlines the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office and the school board agreement for crossing guards in the parish. The current cost is $650 per month. There's no changes to the agreement.
Excellent. Any discussion? Do we have a motion to adopt the renewal of the crossing guard program, CA, Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office, City of Dillon Springs? Ms. Stacy makes a motion. Ms. Bradley Sharp seconds it. All in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All opposed? Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Next item on our agenda, we'll now go to item number 2. Discussion and action for renewal of excess workers' compensation insurance by Mr. Dale Erdy.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Superintendent, members of the committee. I appreciate the opportunity to come before you. Actually, I'm substituting for Carmel Bro, who couldn't be here, and I think you may know the reason. Her husband having surgery, so she obviously needs to be where she is. So I'm here to go over. You want to go to the excess works comp first? Is that the
We can.
agenda?
Yep.
Okay. I think you have the sheet here before you. So it itemizes the years 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are in year 2024, the renewal, July 1. Everything remains the same. The payroll has gone down, but you'll notice that we have audit premiums that will take care of any additional payroll during the year. So the other item that has changed on the workers' comp is the rate. The rate has gone from, on item number 7, 0.0565 to 0.07. That is primarily because of one big claim that the company has paid out. The claim actually was over $2 million, and with your SIR of $825,000, the company ended up paying $1.3 million on that particular claim. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that was when a lady slipped, fell, and hurt herself, and had some head injuries, and so it was a very serious situation. The premium for renewal is $91,174. That's up from about $21,000 from $75,723 of last year's premium, primarily due to the increase in rate. The option to increase your SIR to $1 million is there. It's $69,000. I'm sorry, I think that's the $21,000 difference in premium. So you have that choice of increasing to a higher deductible, so to speak, with your SR at $1 million, and it brings your premium to $69,813. It is my understanding that Ms. Bro recommends that you stay at the $825,000 SIR, and so with that being the case, the premium would be $91,174. We did look at some other companies. Liberty Mutual, see the fine print there, declined, Safety National declined, Old Republic non-responsive, Midwest not competitive, and LWCC, they pay, of course, first dollar only, and that's extremely high if you went down that route. So, any questions that you might have?
Can you explain again what the difference in the pricing was for that? When you just said that how much it would cost for the $69,000 coverage and the $91,000 coverage, I didn't catch that.
Okay, your current SIR is at $825,000. Let's just say deductible.
Okay.
You'll pay that. If you went to a $1 million SIR, then your premium would be $69,813. That would be an annual savings of $21,000 and some odd cents. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but their recommendation was the 91.
That was Ms. Bro's recommendation, yes. But she always sets that up an option if you decide you want to go that route. It's up for discussion.
The deductible would go up $175,000.
Right.
Any other questions? All right. Do we have a motion to accept the renewal recommendation of excess workers' compensation insurance? We have a motion by Mr. Bradley Sharp. We have a second by Ms. Stacy. Those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we'll discuss the renewal of the disaster management insurance, please.
Okay. The disaster management coverage continues to be with Lloyd's of London. They're not admitted carrier. That's been the past 3 years. You've been actually longer than that, but you've been with Lloyd's of London. In order to qualify for the coverage to be paid, you have to have 5 fatalities or 5 critical injuries in that one event. At that point, the $1 million each occurrence, and with a $2 million aggregate kicks in. Everything's the same as last year except the premium. Premium went from $15,005, as you see, to $16,252. And Ms. Bro recommends that you go ahead and renew at the $16,252 premium.
Do we have any discussion? We have a motion to accept the renewal recommendation of disaster management insurance by Mr. Cecil Harris, second by Mr. Bradley Sharp. Those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I got a question since insurance rates gonna ever stabilize?
Hold on, let me get my crystal ball. They will stabilize. It's going to take a while, though. Now, when I say stabilize, you're going to continue to see some
Having
rate.
such big increases though, that's why.
Yes, the big increases that you're seeing right now is due to a lot of losses. We call one of the things social inflation, and social inflation is actually where you see a lot of litigation. You see it on TV now. Attorneys are advertising left and right, hey, call us, won't cost you a thing unless we collect. So, hey, what I got to lose? So they end up filing lawsuits. We call that social inflation, and that inflation factor has gone up tremendously because, the truth be known, in Louisiana, we're a litigious state. People like to sue. And what scares the daylights out of me is when you see some of these kids, high school kids, they playing around here, and then what do they say? Wait, well, I'm gonna sue you. It's the culture that we're getting into now. That in itself lends me to think that that social inflation factor is going to continue to rise over the years. So, and as that happens, insurance pays out these claims, and of course that you and I have to end up paying the premiums in order to cover those claims. So it's just the nature of the beast. So that makes sense. That's one of the major factors I see. Let's see. Now on the property side, windstorm, hurricanes, tornadoes. I know we're getting a little off track. You have wildfires, earthquakes, so forth. All these things factor into your property insurance, and which will come up in October. We'll be discussing that at that point.
Any other discussion? Mr. Erdy, thank you very much. That's it, huh?
We have one more.
Prime.
Yes, sir.
That's all I had. Oh, yeah. Mr. Erdy, number 4, please.
Okay, yes. Not much changed here. The crime insurance, as you see, the 500,000 limits there with a 5,000 deductible. Everything is the same. Travelers, an A++ company, is your carrier. Premium's gone up just a little bit. Mr. Cecil Harris, I hope that's not too much of an increase for you there, from $12,986 to $13,084. So apparently we're not seeing a lot of claims in that area. Otherwise, you'd be seeing some bigger increases. Hope that answers your question on it.
All right, any discussion? Do we have a motion to accept the renewal of the recommendation of excess crime insurance? Ms. Stacy gives a motion. Mr. Bradley Sharp seconds. Those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now,
All right, thank you.
any other discussion from Mr. Erdy while he's up here? All right.
Appreciate you. Lady and gentlemen, appreciate you much. Thank you so much for the business.
Thank
too.
you. All right, that concludes our meeting. Do we have someone make a motion to adjourn? Mr. Cecil Harris makes a motion to adjourn. Mr. Bradley Sharp seconds. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I know it.